What's up, y'all? We back at it with another movie review. We here to talk about Fantastic Four. First Steps. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do not like the name First Steps. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like it. But the movie overall, we're about to get into it, man. Also, this is a spoiler-free review, so you don't got to worry about me spoiling anything for you. We're just gonna talk about this amazing movie right off the bat. The first thing I gotta say, and you guys are probably wondering, yes, it is better than all the other Fantastic Four movies that we've gotten in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, despite how others feel and despite the rating you see online for it with like Rotten Tomato and stuff. I enjoyed the first Fantastic Four movie that came out in 2005. I thought it was pretty good. Until this day, I could still watch it and have a good time. But this movie was something way more better. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even make sense, but much better. This movie was just pretty good. And then what was it? The other one came out in 2015 with Michael B. Jordan. That movie, to me, it was okay. It was okay. I would give it like a 4 out of 10. It was okay. But yeah, that's nowhere near this. This movie just had it just had a good tone, like a darker tone when you think about most of the Marvel movies we've been getting. To me, and I would say that was mostly because the stakes felt very high in this movie because it wasn't part of the main Marvel universe. It was part of its own universe, its own planet Earth, separate from everything else we've seen. So you knew at any time some of these people could be wiped out and we'll never see them again because it's its own separate Earth. And I feel like that right there really made this movie stand out. Another thing that made this movie stand out, oh my gosh, the scores in this movie was so damn good. I want to say this is probably the best scores we had in a Marvel movie, probably ever. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe the first Iron Man had amazing score. In Avengers Endgame. I don't know, man. I would say this is up there with one of the best scores any Marvel movie has ever had. This movie is what Marvel needed. Everything about this movie was right on the money. One thing that a lot of people have been hating is the jokes. And when it comes to this movie, it was serious for the most part. You had one or two jokes in there, but for the most part, this movie was very serious. Your boy Galactus was something to be feared. He wasn't a dust cloud in this movie like he was in The Rise of the Silver Surfer. He wasn't a little cloud attacking the planet. No, this dude was a straight threat. His voice, when he spoke, you knew what time it was. Like, yo, it was to the point where I'm like, yo, what are they gonna do to stop him? He's a monster. Like, he was a presence to be feared. And I love that they did that with this character in this movie, because when I think about Rise of the Silver Surfer and you just got Silver Surfer flying up to the dust cloud like, no, and he explodes, I'm like, what the fuck was that? In this movie, it's like, hey, look, man, you better do what you can to stop this guy. He's trying to take over Earth. And to be honest with you, he's there for something else. There's something else he wants in particular. And I like that as well, because it made the other characters, it made him feel even more fearsome, because you see the struggles and the trials that the Fantastic Four group is put in, because they're thinking to themselves like, yo, there's no way we could give this guy what he wants. So we're going to have to find a way to fight this dude to protect the world. And that's where I say, like, Sue Storm, I love the way they portrayed her in this movie. When I think about Fantastic Four from 2005, there was a scene where they were trying to get to Ben Grimm. They were on a bridge. Those who've seen it know what I'm talking about, but they were on the bridge and they told her to go invisible so that she can get through the crowd to get to Ben. So she strips in front of everybody. You get to see her in her bikini and stuff. As a kid, I was like, ooh, I like that. But now that I'm older and rewatched the movie, I'm like, what was the point of that? Because right after she does that, not even seconds later, you have it where Johnny and Reed picks up her clothes and walk through the same crowd, and they're not invisible. So what was the point of her getting invisible if they didn't have to get invisible? Like, what was the point of that? And I felt like they pretty much had her on screen as eye candy, at least in the first movie. She had somewhat of a bigger role in the second movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer, but the first movie, she was just eye candy. And when you look at this movie, the way they had Sue Storm, she did a great job. She was valuable to everything that was going on. Seeing the struggles she was going through, not only as a hero, but as a parent, was just amazing. I really like that. That was great writing. So many people, parents will be able to relate, and so will mothers be able to relate. They will be able to relate with what she's going through, the sacrifices that she's been told she needs to make. And I feel like they gave her a great role in this movie. Granted, some of the reports said that she was the leader. She damn sure didn't feel like the leader. Mr. Fantastic obviously was the leader. He's the one coming up with the plans, trying to figure out what they can do to stop this threat, Galactus. And I will say, when it comes to Pedro, I was kind of tired of seeing him everywhere. I'm like, yo, dang, this dude is everywhere. He's doing all these different roles. Can he handle Mr. Fantastic? And I'm here to tell you guys, he did a great job. He did a damn great job as Mr. Fantastic, man. I will say, man, I enjoyed him. He held it down, man. He felt like a Reed Richards, man. You know what I'm saying? The great Reed Richards. But he did a great job as well. When it comes to Ben, this movie takes place 4 years after they got their powers. So you don't really get to see the struggles, not all of the struggles that Ben went through when he had to, accept the fact that he looks like a rock now. We don't really get to see that because 4 years have passed. And that's something I would have liked for them to dive more into. But I get it. It's 4 years later. He's probably overcome that trial already and went through it. So I do get it. But that's just me. That's just something I would have liked to have seen, more of the man within the rock. But also when it comes to Johnny, I will say this is probably my favorite Johnny I've seen so far in the live action movies of Fantastic Four. He really felt like Johnny from the early day cartoons that used to come on where they'd be like, Fantastic Four, don't need no more. Yeah, I don't know about that. But he did feel like that Johnny to me. In fact, there's, I'm not, that'd be a spoiler. But Johnny did a great job. He was more than what he was in the previous movies. They did him justice. In fact, they did the whole group justice. Like I said, the score was amazing. The visuals, oh my gosh, like the way they made Galactus look, the way they made Silver Surfer look, they made them both look amazing. And I feel like the trailers didn't do them justice. Like the trailers kind of made them look a little wonky, but when you go see the shit in IMAX, and it should be IMAX, you're going to be like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, one of the better MCU movies that we've gotten in such a long time. It's something you're going to enjoy from start to finish, and you're going to want to see it again after it ends. Like I said, it's 2 end credit scenes. The first one is very, very good, something that you'll be like, damn. The second one's more so of comedy, but make sure you stick around and watch it if you want a good laugh. If not, it's something you can miss and not be mad about. But overall, this is a great movie. I can't really go too far into it without spoiling the whole plot. So I'll probably do a spoiler video later on this week. Just let me know if that's something you guys watch. If something that you guys want, and I will make it happen. But thank you for watching the movies. Hoping you have a great day or night wherever you are. This your boy signing out. Peace.